Hey there YouTube fam, welcome back to our channel. Today we're delving into a topic that might send a shiver down your spine. Just recently, the head of NATO's military committee, Admiral Rob Bauer, dropped a bombshell. He warned that it's not a given that we're in a time of peace. In fact, he's advising citizens to be ready for the first 36 hours of whatever may come. This has left many questioning what's really going on behind the scenes. And it's not just NATO sounding the alarm. British Defense Minister Grant Shapps highlighted the chilling possibility, a world engulfed by multiple wars involving Russia, China, North Korea, and Iran in the next 5 years. It's a grim scenario that has led NATO countries to consider a significant increase in defense spending, aiming for at least 2% of national income. But hold on, it doesn't stop there. Just a week ago, Sweden's defense officials sent shockwaves by urging their citizens to prepare for war. It's an unprecedented move that signals a potential end to 210 years of peace. The question now is, why are we seeing this surge in warnings from military leaders across the globe? So here's the kicker. While NATO countries gear up for possible wars, have you ever wondered why billionaires are investing in bunkers, while many ordinary citizens struggle to afford even a basic roof over their heads? Is there hope for those of us living in the West without a bunker? Stick around, because we are about to dive into some eye-opening video, and a breakdown of this alarming situation awaits you at the end. Don't go anywhere as we uncover the unsettling truth about why NATO is warning civilians to prepare for a conflict.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, the Military Committee Chiefs of Defense session has just drawn to a close. We will start off this press conference with an opening statement.
We today announced the kickoff of Exercise Steadfast Defender 2024, which commences next week and runs through May. Steadfast Defender 24 will be the largest NATO exercise in decades, with participation from approximately 90,000 forces from all 31 allies, plus our good partner, Sweden. The alliance will demonstrate its ability to reinforce the Euro-Atlantic area via transatlantic movement of forces from North America. This reinforcement will occur during a simulated emerging conflict scenario against a near-peer adversary. Steadfast Defender 24 will be a clear demonstration of our unity, our strength, and our determination to protect each other, to protect, of course, our values and the rules-based international order.
Industrial base that is able to produce weapons and ammunition fast enough. Sorry, the big difference with a year ago, I would say, Terry, is that there's a lot of things that have happened in the armed forces and in the defense organizations. What hasn't happened is in our societies the understanding that it is more than the military that has to be able to operate in a conflict or in a war. It is the whole of society that will get involved, whether we like it or not. That realization, we didn't talk about that much a year ago. If you look back the last year, what has happened in our alliance with regard to the battle groups that we set up, if you look back to the training, the fact that we now have Steadfast Defender with 90,000 troops, that is a record number. That is a record number of troops that we can bring to bear and have an exercise with in that size. Across the alliance, across the ocean, from the US to Europe, in Europe. That is a big change.
AFP and then at the back.
Thanks a lot. I guess for Admiral Bauer or for General Cavoli.
People find it a surprise and as a result buy a radio on batteries. That is great. It is part of the package that the Swedish government is talking about. You need to have water, you need to have a radio on batteries, and you need to have a flashlight on batteries to make sure that you can survive the first 36 hours. Things like that. That's simple things. But it starts there. The realization that not everything is plannable, not everything is going to be honky-dory in the next 20 years. I'm not saying it is going wrong tomorrow, but we have to realize it's not a given that we are in peace. And that's why we have the plans.
Thank you all very much. That's all we have time for this session. I want to remind everybody that the strategic foresight analysis, as mentioned by General Badia, is on the ACT website. And at the top of the stairs, we have a fact sheet about Steadfast Defender with a lot more facts and figures waiting for you. Thank you all so much.
Alright, let's dissect the details behind NATO's ominous warnings and the heightened preparations for a potential conflict with Russia. The stakes are high, and the ongoing war in Ukraine has become the epicenter of these escalating tensions. First and foremost, the situation in Ukraine has evolved into a full-scale invasion by Moscow since 2023. NATO's concern is palpable and is urging the West to be prepared for the unexpected, acknowledging that the outcome of a potential conflict with Russia will have far-reaching consequences for the entire world. To fortify its defenses and demonstrate readiness, NATO is rolling out Steadfast Defender 2024, the largest military exercise since the Cold War. This involves a staggering 90,000 troops from North America and Europe practicing the defense against a near-peer adversary. The scale of this exercise is massive, spanning multiple locations across Europe with over 50 ships, 80 aircrafts, and 1,100 combat vehicles in play. NATO is keen on reinforcing the defense of Europe and showcasing its ability to swiftly deploy forces to support its allies, especially on the eastern flank. Participating in this significant exercise are not only NATO countries but also Sweden, signaling its intent to join the alliance in the near future. The urgency in NATO's preparations is not solely a response to the war in Ukraine, but is also fueled by threats and provocations from the Kremlin. Russia has been targeting Ukraine's cities and towns using drones and cruise missiles, extending its reach to neighboring countries like the Baltic states. In response, Ukraine, though not a NATO member, has been conducting its own counter-offensive, targeting economic and military objectives inside Russia. Now, let's navigate through the intricate web of Russia's response to NATO's exercise, a series of actions that have plunged the geopolitical landscape into an even deeper state of tension and uncertainty. Russia's reaction to NATO's exercise is anything but passive. Accusations of provocations and aggression have been vehemently thrown at NATO, with Moscow responding by initiating its own large-scale military drills. These maneuvers, strategically positioned near the borders of Ukraine and NATO allies, serve as a clear signal of Russia's intent to safeguard its interests and assert dominance in the region. The stakes escalate further as Russia issues a chilling warning: the potential use of nuclear weapons if NATO chooses to intervene in Ukraine. This grave threat adds an unprecedented layer of complexity to an already volatile situation, underscoring the gravity of the geopolitical chess game currently unfolding. Beyond conventional military actions, Russia adopts a multifaceted approach, employing information operations to undermine the cohesion and credibility of the NATO alliance. Through a calculated strategy, Moscow seeks to create divisions, sow discord, and erode the trust that binds NATO member states. As we navigate through these perilous developments, it is imperative to grasp the significance of Russia's responses. The threat of nuclear escalation and the use of information warfare tactics underscore the severity of the situation. Stay vigilant as we continue to monitor these critical events, recognizing the far-reaching implications they may have on global security. As we conclude this sobering journey through the intricacies of potential conflict and survival, let's take a moment to reflect. In times of uncertainty, it is natural to feel a mix of fear and anxiety. However, let us not forget the power of hope and resilience that resides within each of us. As we prepare for the unknown, let's also remember the strength of community, the support of loved ones, and the indomitable human spirit. In the face of adversity, we find courage, and in the darkest of times, we discover a light that guides us forward. May we find solace in our preparations, draw strength from the bonds that connect us, and if I may, let's share a collective prayer for a world that chooses peace over conflict. In the face of uncertainty, may hope be our compass, and may unity be our shield. As we navigate these uncharted waters, let's hold on to the belief that humanity, with its capacity for compassion and understanding, can overcome even the most formidable challenges. In the pursuit of a safer and more harmonious world, let hope be our anchor. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Stay informed, stay connected, and may hope illuminate your path. Until next time, take care, and let's envision a future where peace prevails. Together, we face the unknown with courage and hope.